Hello and welcome to Off Track Pit Talk from Northampton Shaleway, meeting number 2 of the 2025 season. Hello Sophie.
Hello John.
So we'll talk about Kings Lynn in a second.
Yeah.
Northampton, how many we got?
27.
Yeah.
We lost a couple. Rob Plant had a few issues at work.
Yes.
And Craig Banwell, his wife, decided to go into labour this morning. So congratulations to them both. However, we do still think he could have made it.
I think, if it was this morning,
Yeah.
it's an
a few
afternoon,
hours.
evening meeting.
All right. He's promised he'll be at Bradford. So I'm holding him to it.
Absolutely. Because when we did speak to him, he said Kings Lynn, Northampton, because I think it's due around Bradford.
She was due at Bradford, yes, but she decided today was the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, congratulations
Yes.
to Craig. So Northampton. So what we're going to do? 2/3?
No, we're all in today.
Yep.
We are all in. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I think so.
Every race is a final.
Every race is a final. We like
Yes.
that. We like that. So let's go back to Kings Lynn. Cold.
It was a little bit cold.
little bit
Took a
cold.
while to warm up on the way home, but it was good.
Yeah.
Good
I
meeting.
really enjoyed Kings Lynn.
Yeah, it was good vibe going into it, and I thought the whole meeting ran really well. Good crowd. Like I said last week, good start.
Yeah. So Frank kind of like took the headlines final winner after like doing rubbish before then.
Are you calling Frank rubbish?
No, he did rubbish. He did rubbish. I'm sure he said he did rubbish.
Yeah, he was rubbish. Yeah.
Went to the final.
Yeah.
Matt Newson, kind of top point scorer.
Yeah,
Who
very
else
good.
kind of caught your eye?
A few really. In particular, Catherine.
Yeah.
I thought just to jump in Tom's car or her car, whoever, that's family debate.
Yeah.
I thought she did really well, put some fast laps in. And Callum Gill. Yeah, there's a few races where he just appeared.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a stealth driver. So
yeah.
they both caught my eye.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Catherine, absolutely, because no real shale experience, completely different car to her, and was holding her own amongst red superstars. Didn't look out of place at all. Really good on pace.
No, a little bit of bad luck in a couple of races, but no, I thought she put in some time. You? Who stood out?
Bobby Griffin.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he made the Grand National. You know, he didn't give up, and we know Bobby likes a stock car race.
Yeah.
And certainly had one with Matt. But I think throughout the meeting, he kind of dropped to the back. I think he and Constellation, but then and then
he improved as the meeting went on, didn't he? But yeah, that Grand National was race of the night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so I
good.
think while we've got a bit of time, I'm going to find those three and talk to them now.
Good show.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Hello, Callum Gill. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. You?
Yeah, we wanted to talk to you, or I wanted to talk to you, because I was very impressed with Kings Lynn.
I impressed myself.
Did
to be
you?
honest. Yeah, I don't think that was going to be any good, considering I haven't raced since last July.
Yep.
The engine blew up. We got it back in December, so that was our first one back, and I wasn't expecting anything good. Like, I was just expecting to get smashed to bits, to be fair, and get in the way.
Yeah.
But surprised myself. So.
But third in the final, you're running good in the heat, where I think you're 7th in the heat as well. But and fastest lap on the night, and you looked like in contention every single race. It proper stood out.
Yeah, we got taken out straight away in Heat 1 and got straight from last to 7th, which weren't too bad. And then it's the first ever top 3 in the final at Kings Lynn,
is it?
so I can't complain with that one. And then I was struggling with it a little bit, so we made some changes for the Grand National, and it just changed the car, and it just was on a rail really. And then I got unlucky with the back markers and got caught on that parked car and give myself a puncture. But I haven't been in it for that long, so that's a lesson learned. I won't be going around the outside next time, will I?
You're in front of Bobby, weren't you, in the National, and then he was behind you, and you hit the car, and then he kind of slipped through and went.
Yeah, I managed to get by him, and I started to pull away a little bit, and then that they all just come there, and it's my lack of experience in one. That's all it is, isn't it? So instead of going around the outside next time, that'll be through him instead of it.
But the thing, I think you've been racing ages, but in reality you haven't, have you?
No, we've done. I think I've probably got a licence probably 3 or 4 years ago, but we didn't do a lot in the first shell car we had, and then we bought this. I done I think 4 or 5 when it was still in Ryan's colours. And then I had it sign written. I think I done 3 meetings and the engine blew up. Then I got the engine back and done a couple more at the end of the year, and then we had it repainted this colour, and then done 6 meetings last year and the engine blew up again. So we got it back today. So for Kings Lynn, and then I wasn't going to come today. I was going to do a Kings Lynn and wait for the world qualifiers, but because it went so well, I thought, oh, I might as well give it a go.
Absolutely. So I guess the thing is, like, it's been very sporadic, hasn't it? You've race stopped, not through choice, more through engine issues. So kind of what you're looking at for this year then? Do you want to kind of push on and do a bit more?
I wanted to try and chase this year a little bit, because the World Final's at King's Lynn, isn't it? So, and it's only 10 minutes up road from me. Okay. It's a home track, but I've already missed 8 rounds as it is, so it's going to be hard. So, well, the only thing you can do is try, innit? Like, you try. I'll probably get a Buxton semi again. So, but you can only try, can't you? It might go my way, I might get a Bradford semi. You never know. You don't know until it comes, do you? You don't know.
To Bradford, haven't you?
Yeah, we used to do really well at Bradford. I do like the place, but I just need to pick and choose a little bit, because it is an expensive sport and formula. Like, I was just doing every meeting. I just wanted to do every meeting. I just wanted to be there. I know track time, seat time, you need it, but the expense starts overtaking the experience. Done it. So it's just like one of them, like, where this year I said at the start of the year, I'm just doing my qualifying rounds, just try and get in the World Final. I ain't doing no domestic meetings. And we're here. But
this is what happens, though, isn't it? Like this, you talk to stock car drivers and they go, "Oh, I did really well last week, so I've come this week." Do you know what I mean? It just builds and builds, and then red top, shootout. Well, you don't know what's going to happen, do you?
Well, the start of the year is the easiest way to get yourself to a red, isn't it? So I thought, if King's Lynn went terribly wrong, I wouldn't be here today. But it went all right. I scored a few points, so I thought I'll come here today. Today will probably go terribly wrong, and then that'll be it until the qualifying round. But I need to have a go, and because it went so well, I thought, I might as well. If I'd got damage at King's Lynn as well, I'd have probably thought, I'll just leave it. But I only got a little bit of bumper damage, so we thought, we'll have a ride out. Probably regret it later on today. But
and then if you win heat final, you're doing Bradford next weekend, yeah?
Well, we did say we weren't going to Bradford, and I said maybe if there is a heat and final, we might have to take a trip up there. So hopefully we don't have a heat and final today. But I did have a heat and final at Sheffield, and I said I was never going to go Sheffield. So I said no, I'm never going, because I was going to hit a post. Like, my ability of driving one of these wasn't that good back then. I'm getting a little bit better. I'm still no good, but I thought I bounced off a fence enough at King's Lynn, let alone Sheffield. But then I got in the mood one day, because we was going to come here, and then the picture come up and the track flooded, and I thought, oh, no way, like, we ain't going. And then that was the best the track's ever been on the videos, and I was just like, I got in the mood, and I was like, yeah, we're going Sheffield, if we hit post, we hit post. And we ended up with hitting final, and I think like 7th or something in the national from a lap handicap, so. And then the engine blew up at King's Lynn. So it's just, you get going, and then you have a problem, don't you? But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It would be nice to qualify for the World Final. I know I've left it a bit late, and I now with 8 rounds being missed, but
it doesn't seem much, though, does it? Just like drop onto the back end of a semi-final, and then like fingers crossed at Shale, and then.
That's how I got in the set. I think I made the semi last year from the heat and final at Sheffield. And it was only a 1 day out, and you managed to get yourself on the semi-grid, don't you? But I don't know, we'll see. I ain't having no high hopes. Just as it comes, it'll go. If you start aiming high, you're just going to disappoint yourself.
Go out and enjoy it. The car looks immaculate, and well done for last week, Kingston, and good luck for tonight.
Thank you. I do need it. Hopefully the rain holds off.
I know, and I'm loving your bin. That's the car and the bin.
And the village idiot.
Yeah, he's loving it there. He's just laughing at you. He doesn't know what he's laughing at. He's just laughing. Callum, thanks so much.
No worries. Thank you.
Hello, Griffin. Hello. Yeah, I'm good. Right, we were talking and saying, right, who kind of stood out at King's Lynn? You kind of got Matt because he won. But yourself was absolutely up there every single race, and the Grand National was racing night with Matt.
Yeah. No, I had a good meeting. The car felt good. I felt like I wanted to give it some kind of thing. So no, it was good. And when I got away in that Grand National, I thought, right, this is mine. And then yellow flags. I'm not giving it away that easy. So I just pressured them, keep pressure on, and I just managed to pick him at the post. So, and I spoke to Matt after, and I said to him, I remember a shootout final at Bellevue, and he was winning, and I was second, going into the last bend, and I went for him, and there was a couple of parked cars, and we both hit it, and then come out, Matt beat me. And I thought, I'm going to jib up here because he'll expect me to go for him. And I just managed to keep on that dry line and just got him, so I was happy.
It was really interesting because it wasn't your like almost normal stock car race after the yellows because they watered the track, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it was very tactical from the pair of you, like almost like tiptoeing around each other a little bit.
And just trying to work it out. Like I messed the start up, which let Matt get away. And I just seemed to have the pace in 1 and 2 where he didn't in the other side. So it was like we were cat and mouse, and I enjoyed the race. Whether he did or not, I don't know.
But what's different? Because so 3 or 4 years ago, probably a bit more, front row war final and you shootout, and then we're down to blue. It's kind of a bit of a roller coaster in terms of.
No, I did. I had a. Thanks for pointing that out. I had a rubbish year last year.
You did.
It was a bit of a write-off, really. I don't know. I can't put my finger on why. I struggled on both surfaces. I don't know, really. I just can't. I just wasn't very good, and I got disinterested in it all. Didn't want to race, and I was probably a bit of a spoilt child.
Okay.
And having the break helped, I suppose. A few more people helping us out, and a bit more interest from everybody else, and I suppose it got me back into it. And I do enjoy it when the car's going well. So, and I like whether I win or lose. If I'm battling at the front, I'm happy. Yeah. So.
Because you like to race stock cars, as stock cars are, should be raced.
That's it. Yeah, no, the 4 bumpers on the cars, and I'll try and use them all.
But it must, like you're saying, it's disheartening, isn't it, when you turn up week in, week out, and like you go.
We're putting the same effort in, like at night and at the weekends. Like even cleaning the bus, there's always something to do when you put in. Whether you win or you're rubbish or you're good, you're still putting that same effort in. And it just got a bit much, really, and I said, all right, I don't want to do it for a bit, and so I missed the end of last year. Probably pressed the reset button, and it worked.
It's good, absolutely. So I guess plans for this year then, different mindset, what are you kind of thinking with this?
Well, we've said we're going to go back to basics, how we started. We started on shale. I'm just going to do shale for now. And just really see how it goes. Obviously I've got a little girl Evie now, so the off weekends, which is going to be tarmac, I'll probably take her away in caravan, go and do bits and bobs, and probably just go and enjoy her. So yeah.
But that makes sense though, because by doing just shale and missing the tarmac rounds, it gives you that natural pause and natural break.
That's right.
Okay, reset, go again.
That's it. Yeah, and that's just the thing. What we thought. We just thought, right, we'll just have a bit of time, and hopefully it just keeps us at the top. Like you look at Ryan. I know he's not here at the minute, but before he does the meetings that he chooses to, and he's good at them. And I suppose that's what I thought. Let's make sure the car is 100% every time. Make sure I've got the right tyres on the car. Everything, I suppose. Just go back to basics.
Good. It's nice to talk to you. It's really positive, and I think it's great. And it kind of just, I suppose, shines a spotlight on stock cars. It's very time-consuming. It's a huge effort, and you can't do it week in, week out. It just doesn't work.
That's it. Well, we're busy at work. We had a very busy year last year. It's been a steady start to the year, but we're putting a building up as well, so we're like trying to juggle that as well as the day-to-day running of the trucks, and then you're trying to fix this in between. So it doesn't
feel like 5 minutes that we were at Kingston last week. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of going, where's my week gone?
Well, I woke up this morning and I'm thinking, I forgot something. And I've had that feeling all day, and I don't know what it is, but one of the wheels will fall off first seat or something. So, but yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. Listen, good luck for tonight and for the rest of the season. Cheers, Bobby.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Catherine Harris, hello.
Hello.
We're talking to you because, like, people who impressed at Kings Lynn, and you were one of them. You're going to go, why I didn't do anything, but you did. You did.
I don't know about that.
Do you not think?
Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I always want more for myself, I guess. So I know it's first time on shale in this car.
Yeah. Like
in a good car, and I know it was me that was at fault, if that makes sense. So I do beat myself up, but you can only get better from that, can't you? So
I think that's the point, though, isn't it? Right. So you race tarmac. We know you as like Catherine Harris's tarmac, right? And then you have had a few outings on shale, and then but it's very different to come into what was a car that Tom raced last year. So very good car, and but when I was kind of watching you were like in amongst the red superstars and didn't look kind of out of place. So, does that make sense? So you are doing it was good.
Yeah, like I went out there thinking like, oh, I'm a novice on shale, but then you start in front of the Reds, and it's like I haven't got time to be a novice. Like, so yeah, no, it was good to in the final, especially like be on the pace and still be as fast as the Reds. Obviously, I know I didn't get the results like they did, but to be on the pace with them was good. It was a good learning curve and a good start to the season. So.
How many meetings on shale prior to Kings Lynn?
In total?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a handful, something like that. Not
and
many.
was this different to drive this car than the one that you'd driven previously on shale?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like so my first time on shale I think was Kings Lynn semi-final in 2019, and that was the Paul Press car.
Yeah.
So yeah, from going from that to this, there was no comparison really. Like when you get this right, it was really easy and really nice to drive. But when you get it wrong, like me trying to drive it like tarmac, it was just a handful. Okay. So yeah.
So is it right? So everybody talks about car setup. It's massive and so important. Everybody sets the car up differently, don't they? So is this set up for you, for Tom, somewhere in between? Like how did you kind of work that for Kings Lynn?
So we went to Kings Lynn and it was pretty much how Tom has it.
Okay.
A sort of a starting base, I guess. Like, you know, we didn't go practicing or anything. It was heat 1 was our practice. So I just went with Tom's setup and we went from there, and we came back from the heat and he told me how to drive it and stopped driving like at Skegness or something, and made a few little changes, nothing major really. It's just a case of me adapting to it more than anything. So there's no point changing the car massively. I've just got to sort of suit the shale surface.
How different is it? Like, you know, so tarmac's here and shale's here. Is it such a difference? Like, or can you bring stuff from tarmac to shale, or is it actually I need to relearn racing a stock car?
For me personally, I would say it's totally different.
Yeah.
Like your corner entry, your braking, your throttle control, everything's just so different, you know. Like so I raced in New Zealand obviously in January, and Tom was telling me then, like, you're going in too straight, because obviously when you go in on tarmac you want to go in straight, but on shale and dirt like you can't. So it's just getting into my head like how to enter the corner and when to brake and how hard you have to go into the corner. So yeah, for me it's a lot different to tarmac.
Yeah, because you could go out in Skegness tomorrow in your tarmac car and you go, right, I know where I'm braking, I know where I'm turning. It's just a learned behaviour, isn't it? You do that week in, week out.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously last year we went practicing before a Skeg weekender, because obviously I had a little holiday at the start of last year. So when I got back to it, I was like awful at Ipswich, absolutely horrendous. So we went to Skegness practicing, and that took me like a good few sessions again just to get back into it and remember like what I need to do, because the trouble is on tarmac you have to be so precise in everything you do, and if you make that one little mistake it can cost you seconds, but it can cost you like 2-3 places. So yeah, it's all a learning curve, and same as shale, and yeah, I just want to enjoy it this year really, and looking forward to it.
Good. You've had a very busy winter. You went to New Zealand.
Yes.
You went to America.
Yes.
Happy with all that?
Yeah, definitely.
Bit of racing?
Yeah, when we finished the season we always think, oh, you know, we've got a nice winter to relax, and it was nice to get away with the family and everything, and to get a few laps in New Zealand was really good, and went out in the sprint car, but that was just a learning curve in itself.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was a really good experience, and hats off to all of them guys out there. Like, that's just a total another level. But yeah, no, it was really good. And then like since we come home, it's just been stock cars. So yeah, it's been good.
And plans for this year?
I want to maintain red. I don't think after my shale performance at the start of the year I might drop down to blue, but like I say, I just want to maintain red. If I do a few more meetings, I'd love to be in the shootout this year. Okay. I know that it's a tall order. Just, I don't know, to be up there on points, I guess, because I've always done predominantly tarmac. It's always tricky to be up there on points. So if I get a few more shale meetings under my belt, I'd just like to be up there higher in the points, I guess. And holding red as a tarmac driver was an achievement in itself, because it was more my average than points. So if I can score more points and be more consistent, then yeah, I'd just like to be up there on points really this year.
Good. So shale, is it like pick and choosing, or is it, because I mean there's loads of shale, loads of tarmac, you just pick and choose and when?
Yeah, that's it. Like I don't want it to be a chore at the end of the day, I still want to enjoy it. So we'll just pick and choose what meetings we do, and then obviously Tom will do the big meetings on shale and things like that, and we'll just see how it goes.
Good. Very happy. You look very happy, sorry. Very smiley. Enjoy Northampton. Fingers crossed it doesn't rain.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
I know.
Not looking forward to washing it tomorrow, but yeah, it'll be all right.
Thanks so much, Catherine.
Thank you.
Hello, Richie Woods.
Hello, Jonathan.
So, 2 weekends, 2 race wins.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Hopefully it will happen again next time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've probably just got a different mentality this year.
Okay.
We've bought a house, so we're just racing as and when we can afford it.
Yeah.
Picking and choosing, and then hopefully we'll keep getting more trophies.
Yeah, that's good. But the thing is though, like a lot of people speak to Bobby at the beginning of the meeting, different mentality this year. I'm just going to race when I want, enjoy it, and then hopefully that brings better results.
Yeah.
Because there's no pressure on yourself.
No. Towards the end of last year, I was getting a bit fed up because we go to Bradford, you go to Kings Lynn, you come here, miles away from home, you get loads of damage.
Yeah.
And then you've 2 or 3 weeks trying to fix it or afford it, and then you do it again. So towards the end of the year, I'm like, I won't. Like before Kings Lynn, the week before, that's when we did the car.
Yeah.
And then it paid off then, and hopefully it's done again now.
Absolutely. In that one night, we came back and I was like, oh, Thomas Rogers won that, and John's like, no, Richard won it. And I was like, because you were miles in front, you were a long way in front in that race.
Hopefully I can do the same in the final. I can't look through the mirror, so it's just pedal to the metal and go for it.
Why? What do you mean you can't? Why? Well, you've got a mirror.
I've got a mirror.
Do you not use it?
No. And where it's positioned in the car, I just see my bounce.
Okay.
So if I keep looking in the mirror, I'm going to be like all over the shop. So I just need to go forward, get a few more trophies, a few more points.
Because you got it was a blue last year. You got to blue last year.
Yeah.
And then dropped back down
September time. And I want to get blue, I want a bit higher.
Yeah.
So hopefully now we'll be getting that.
Good. You had a go round on tarmac in World Final weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy it? Why? And why?
I got offered it.
Okay.
I got offered it. Steve Reedman bought the car. It was his engine, and he said he put it together. He can use it for the Constellation 7.
Yeah.
My car's a big, heavy shell car, so it's never going to go well. Tarmac, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So stick to what we enjoy more. So.
Okay. Listen, big touch here. Well done on your 2 race wins this weekend and today, and good luck with your new relaxed approach to racing.
Yeah, hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah. Do it. Thank you. Hello. We spoke via video. At that time, you'd not got a Formula 1 stock car.
Nope.
You now have a Formula 1 stock car and second meeting in. So a short question, but a big question: how you finding Formula 1?
Yeah, good. But
Yeah?
massive learning curve. Completely different everything.
Yes.
And it's a massive learning curve, so got to just get on with it and try some things and learn some things. Completely different driving style as well, so I've got to start from square one.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not helped. I mean, we spoke on the phone when we did the video interview. Like, you're starting with a load of red tops who want to get going, and you're like, just give me a second, I need to figure it out a little bit, and you just don't have the opportunity.
Yeah, I've had 5 good laps, and then the rest of the race is crap.
Yeah.
And then I can string another 5 laps together, which are sort of on pace, and then it's getting them all together and doing a whole race where you're good. We're adjusting stuff, learning stuff, and there's so much to learn. So we're second meeting in and halfway through. So well, not too bad so far considering.
And you know, like when you say you're kind of doing 5 good laps, 5 okay, is that because you're trying different things when you're in the car, like, or different parts of the track?
Yeah, I'm either getting battered around, getting spun out, or put wide, and then trying to follow the quick boys, or trying a different line, trying different braking and stuff like that, and learning the way basically. And as the track changes, I need to change as well and adapt to it. So we're getting there.
And in terms of knowing what to do with the car, is that kind of, again, in the pits, like learning or going and going like,
learning,
Matt, how do I do this?
Asking a lot of people, asking different people, and everyone's got their own opinion, and trying different things, and that does that does this, and Northampton's bumpy.
Yes.
So that's completely different to Kings Lynn, and lots of other stuff like that. So we are just sort of going, do that, do that, and I'm just doing this. And the first race, I had 5 or 6 really good laps.
Yeah.
And then I got tangled up, and then it just went from there.
Yeah.
It just went all over the show, and I sort of probably me more than anything in the car. Just couldn't get it back. Yeah. And then in that race, the last 5 laps weren't too bad, and I just need to do a whole race, and I'll be all right.
Yeah. Talking to, standing and talk to people, and a lot of people are going, really good that you're coming to Formula 1, it's going to be really good to see how you get on, and you're going to be essentially somebody to contend with, you know what I mean? And I think the voice on the terraces says that.
Yeah, I think by the end of the year we'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year with a lot of repair work, a lot of guesswork, and a lot of random choices.
But I think the thing is that, if you're going into it with that, like, I know what to expect, that's okay. So if you're going, it'll be amazing, and actually that's a big disappointment, a big cliff to jump off, isn't it?
Yeah. We come in with hopes of, we're not going to set the world alight.
Yeah.
Because it's the other way around. It's, just so much different, rigid axle and just everything like that. So we have come here as a completely fresh start. So anything's a bonus, really.
Yeah, good. And the journey from Yarmouth been all right today?
Yeah, I was asleep. I was all right.
Perfect. And are we doing Bradford next week?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah,
we'll be there. And then we've got a couple of weeks off, which is my daughter's birthday. So I'll be concentrating on them, and then back at it full on for the show. We'll be doing every single show meeting if possible.
Yeah, good.
As long as it's depending on damage and time and money, as always. Same with everyone.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
We'll be there if we can.
It's great to hear that you're still positive. Just to me, it's nice. It's good. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. You won the final.
Yeah, that was right, wasn't it?
Do you like these domestic meetings? We discovered this last weekend.
It's no good winning the day though, is it? Do you know something? It's nice actually. I went a long time last year getting a final on the board. I think to be honest with you, I might have even got to October time. I don't actually know, but it felt a long time. It's actually nice to get that done and dusted.
Last weekend at Kings Lynn, I mean, second, first.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, today's been a bit more of a challenge because not really any stoppages and there's lots of yellows and blues.
Yeah.
It was tough to kind of get through.
Also, I made a bit of a decision today to try a few different rally tyres, things that I wouldn't normally run, but I was like, ideal meeting. I used one in the first race and in the second heat, and It wasn't bad, it was alright really, but I was sort of blaming the car, I don't know, maybe it's that, and then for the final I put on what I would normally run. Well, it was like a different car, do you know what I mean? And now I'm in that position. I had this Grand National tyre I was ready to try, and now I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Is that what you guys were kind of discussing?
Yeah, basically I actually had a Hoosier rally tyre, which is not really heard of in the sport, but you know, Stephen Lawson, you know, said to me, please have it, please try it, tell me what you reckon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, use that in the Grand National.
Yeah.
But you know, I've won the final, a bit of a stoppage, you know, the opportunity's there, and I felt like, as much as it could be really good, I feel like if I don't go out on what I just had, you know, psychologically maybe, but that's what I feel. So.
Yeah. And in terms of using these different tyres, is it just for you or just to kind of go to everybody else?
So obviously it's a bit of everything. There is so many different rally tyres, and the market is very open on what you run. People have what they believe is the best, and that's what they sort of stick to. But the one that I believe is the best is kind of not really. There ain't many of them about now. Yeah. So Stephen sort of said to me, we should really try and find something else that's probably as good that we can move on to. Yeah. So he obviously gets them. I had a bit of a trial. I used one in the Grand National last week at Lynn and nearly won on it. I was like, you know what, that's not too bad actually, that's okay. And then we tried a Hancock in that one. It looks alright, but it just, in my opinion, it just didn't have that, what I felt the car, it didn't have the drive that I wanted. So I blamed the car, and then I say we now put what I would normally run, and it's clear. So I'm a bit like, do I try the one I did the Grand National last week on, or do I stick with what I know? And my dad's like, if you're going to try and win it, you should really go out on what you just had. So that's what I'm going to do.
Do you think you can win the Grand National?
Only with some yellows. If there's no yellows, you don't stand a chance. But 2 or 3 yellows?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
You could be lucky. We've been looking tonight with the weather. We thought we were going to be studying.
Yeah, I did as well. You know. Yeah, but no, I just give them my best, don't I? And if the race falls into that path, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I'll say, well, good night and go from there.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. And plan for next weekend, Grand National Championship, big race start.
Yeah, I spoke to Tom Harris. He told me I could win it. He wasn't going to bother even coming. Right, he said, nah, he said, you can have it, Matt. You do enough for the sport. And I had a word with Frank, and he said, yeah, it's all yours, Matt. Just do it. So it's sorted. It's done, all right? It's sorted.
I look forward to talking to you for next weekend. Cheers, Matt.
See you later, right?
Dave Polly, 3rd in the final.
Yeah.
Right, sound more enthused, please.
Second loser, yeah!
Well, it's not the second loser, third loser in that respect, isn't it?
It's the second loser.
Okay.
Second place was first loser.
Right, okay,
that was Frank.
Oh, right, yeah,
old timer.
Yeah.
I was second loser.
Right, but let's look at the positives of that race. It's first meeting back. It was a bit of a shocker to begin with, and then
terrible night.
Yeah, but then it's kind of come good a little bit.
Well, not over yet, is it?
Well, no, we've got but we do this because I go home as soon as the checker flag on. That's done.
Yeah. But no, it's got better.
So
it's going to rain.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not going to rain. We're hopeful it's going to stay dry. But first meeting back, in all seriousness, has it been a bit rusty? A bit like, I don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah, my back aches, my legs ache, I'm tired, I want to go home.
Well, you can do soon.
That's what stock car drivers don't say because they're scared. People think they're big girls, but I'm tired. I'm worn out. I've spent a winter building toy cars, half building a lorry that isn't done.
Right, okay.
And now we're racing again, so that's it, isn't it?
How is the lorry getting on then?
Well, it's not.
Right.
We made it so that 2 cars go in the back.
Yes.
And nothing else.
Why do you need 2 cars to go in the back?
Because we have to take an F2 Superstar.
Okay. That's very nice though.
For anyone that doesn't know, Charlie England's the next big thing.
Right, okay. Yeah. Is it in Formula 2s or just in the... Right, okay. I thought his brother was better, no?
No. He raced the tractor, he should.
Plans for this year?
Go racing.
Good. Any aspirations for shootout again and all that kind of stuff? No.
Don't care.
If it happens, it happens.
Want to try and get a good semi-final.
Yep.
I won't say a tarmac one or a shale one, but a good one.
Yeah.
Want a good finish in a semi.
Yes.
Wherever it may be.
Because Kings Lynn is local
Kings
track.
Lynn World Final.
Yeah. Do you think you can win round Kings Lynn?
Of course, can.
Okay.
Why not?
No reason why not. Absolutely. No. I mean, like it's shale, we're shale, but I mean, like it's it's potentially the best surface.
The thing is with a World Final, generally speaking, anyone on the grid can win.
Yes.
Like it's the best that there is.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, if you can get in it, you've got a chance of winning.
Good.
And that's I just want to be nearer the front.
Yeah.
Because you stand a little better chance maybe.
What to beat him?
Old Tommy. Yeah. Tommy's past it now.
Is he
as old as Frank?
Frank's doing well this year. 2 meetings in, he's up there.
I know. Always does.
Yeah.
Keeps on going, doesn't he?
He does.
Never gives up.
Thank you so much, as
No
always.
problem.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, I've enjoyed myself.
I know you have. This has been the highlight of your night, hasn't it? Sophie, coming to the end of Northampton.
Yes, we are.
One more race, Grand National.
Yes.
It's been a good meeting.
It's been a very good meeting. We said at the beginning it was going to be 4 finals, and I think we've had 4 finals. The racing's been good, yeah.
I think the track has been very, very good. I think I was talking to James, they were saying didn't know whether to water it, not water it, rain was going to come, didn't come.
We've been lucky with the weather, haven't we? So, no, the track is superb. Credit to the track team. Grandad has worked very, very hard. He is called Grandad.
Is he?
Yes.
He's not your Grandad?
He's not my Grandad.
No,
he's not my Grandad. But no, Grandad and the team have worked hard this week, and it's paid off.
Yeah. Standouts, Matt again.
Matt, yeah. To be fair, every car out of Team Newson's gone well tonight. Tommy Andrew.
Yeah.
Jeez, where's he come from?
Don't know. Confidence.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get tangled up with Sam Makem.
Yeah.
But no, he's been brilliant tonight. That's the confidence boost he needs. So no, really good. Hats off to him.
It has been a bit of a night for yellow grades. Richie Woods done very well. You mentioned Tommy Andrew. Thomas Rogers.
Yes.
Rapid.
Yes.
Very unlucky, but.
Yeah, that pit looked painful.
Yeah.
But no, he's been quick. Bradley Blythe, just like you say, night for yellow tops. Credit to him.
And we move on to Bradford next weekend.
Bradford, yes.
Grand National Championship. So that's first race of the night?
It will be first race of the night, and then we move into a full meeting afterwards.
Okay. And in terms of the Grand National Championship, how does it grid, just so remind me?
It's normally, it's one of the last meetings of the year.
Yeah.
But the past couple of years, not last year, the couple of years before, it's always clashed with a shootout. And that's just not fair on the shootout lads that go in a standalone race and then have got to keep the car in one piece for a shootout round.
Because Danny Raymond went to defence at Bradford.
Yeah, and it's just not fair.
Yeah.
But you can't run a Grand National Championship in August.
No.
So it was a bit of a no-brainer. We had a full committee and listened to drivers, shootout drivers in particular. So we decided we would move it until the beginning of the following season. So it's all the points from Grand Nationals throughout the year on a multiplication basis.
Yeah. And so white tops can be front of the grid if they've done really well in Grand National. It's multiplication of 4, I'm guessing, for whites.
Yeah, I think Lewis is starting second row outside, so he's really looking forward to that. So yeah, it's always a bit of a mixed bag, but it's a good race. I like the Grand National Championship.
Good. You and I, I'm sure, will talk at Bradford.
I think we might.
It's been a pleasure.